No, I mean, I think it was more about this sort of general sort of approach to sort of minimizing things. It would have led to decrease in testing, maybe had fewer numbers. Who knows? I read the guidance very carefully before, after the guidance was put up, and then again when it was reversed. It was very clear, I think, to me and to many people, frankly, that when they put that guidance up, basically saying that even if you've been in contact with someone who has COVID, if you don't have any symptoms, you don't need to get tested. That's flat out wrong, because we know that people could contract the virus, they could have no symptoms, and they could spread it. It's exactly what we're trying to prevent. So yes, it would have led to a decrease in testing, but it would have been a huge problem because the trajectory of the pandemic would be continuing to go up unchecked. Same problem we had back in February and part of March, Jake. So this was an error. What the motivation was, unclear. As you know, our reporting, New York Times reporting, was that it was put on the CDC's website without having gone through the scientific checks.
I find myself in a position here where I seem to be expressing more concern for the president's supporters and their health than the president does. But I want you to take a look at these images last night from the president's rally in the Pittsburgh area of Pennsylvania, packed with supporters, no social distancing, very few masks. We are in the middle of a deadly pandemic, and the U.S. is handling it empirically worse than any other Western wealthy nation. The Surgeon General was asked about this rally. Take a listen to his answer.
At the end of the day, the virus doesn't care about your politics. It doesn't care what you're going out for. It only cares whether or not you're following public health measures. So what I would say to everyone, politics aside, wear a mask.
How dangerous is it? I understand that these rallies are outdoors, but there's still no other health precautions being taken that I can see.
Yeah, I mean, Jake, at this point, I don't think it takes any more sort of educating of people around this. I wouldn't think. There's a contagious virus out there. It likes to jump from host to host. If you are closely clustered with somebody, if you're there for a prolonged period of time, there's a good chance that virus is going to make a jump. That's what these viruses like to do. It is safer being outdoors, and, significantly so. Some models suggest that it may be up to 18 times safer. Just to put a number on it, it obviously varies depending on, again, how closely clustered, as you saw there, and how long people are standing next to each other. It's a terrible idea. These are the sort of images that we will look back on historically and say, in the middle of a pandemic, when you see the numbers on the right side of the screen that we see, that people still thought this was a reasonable thing to do. It's not. And, as I think the Surgeon General, Jerome Adams, who I communicate with, was sort of suggesting that this isn't about educating people anymore at all. This is pure politics.
Yeah, but they won't call out the president by name because they want to keep their jobs. But he is putting his own supporters and their communities at risk. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, thank you so much. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Jake Tapp, or you can tweet the show at TheLeadCNN. Our coverage on CNN continues right now. I'll see you tomorrow.